Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on probably the best legendary auto rifle that you can take into the Taken King in preparation for Weapon Patch 2.0! Oh. There's probably like a voice effect that I could do that, but that was just more authentic. So, ladies and gentlemen, the SILIMAR'S Wrath. This thing is a very, very confusing beast because when it originally came out, way back in the day in the Iron Banner, it was a very, very unreliable weapon. It was pretty much on par with like the Epilogue and Necrochasm and stuff like that. The highest rate of fire possible with the lowest impact possible. And they had since adjusted it in the House of Wolves, and it's in this really, really unique realm of having the highest base stability for an auto rifle in the game. Actually, I think it's the second highest stability in the game, only behind the Dynasty. And you couple that with the fact that it's got one of the highest rate of fires, actually the second highest rate of fire and the second highest impact for auto rifles, and you have a very, very reliable beast of a weapon in this one right here. And like I said, coupled with that stability, this thing is very, very manageable for close to medium range. The catch, it's got the worst range in class. That is even more of a plague, seeing as how the big things happening to auto rifles are the drop-off is changing in Weapon Patch 2.0. You need to start stacking range on these auto rifles to make sure that you get the most bang for your bullet. And just being honest here, the lowest in-class range is a big problem for this gun, but you can kind of compensate for that with two perks. Rifle Barrel and, of course, Rangefinder. Now, why these perks are important, and those are the most important. This guy just got spawned on. Look at this. Oh, fighting for the ovary, guys. Look at that. His name. That's even funnier, right? So, I think that, you just don't know what's coming over in the Taken King. You don't know how these perks are going to change, what ones are going in. You know, we lost Field Scout on some weapons. Things have changed. We don't know if a lot of these things are going to roll over. We don't know if our range finders are going to be there, or if our focus fires are going to be there, or even some of the more important ones like reactive reload. So right now is the time to get those in case they are not going to be in the next patch. We also know this thing can roll a couple different perks on it, and that's what's really, really cool about this gun, is we know there's a damage buff coming into the next DLC. It should be enough to give this gun at least one, maybe two more base damage, so this thing should hit about critical 20 or 21 instead of the 19 that it's currently at, which is even more exciting if you couple something like crowd control on it, and it's pretty much going to bump it up to the next tier after a kill. Crowd control's not a half bad perk on this. It goes from 19 damage to 21 with a kill, and that's generally not a bad idea, especially with the amount of bullets that you can pump out of this thing. It's got a 40 in the mag, which, like I said, you can be semi-comfortable getting 2 kills with this gun, but you have to be an extremely accurate player, and again, coupled with that stability, it's not impossible to do. In the end, SILIMAR'S Wrath is one of the best guns you can take over. Now, to be honest, do I expect it to spread the legs like the Hardline or the Necrochasm? Well, no, but it is a legendary. It frees up an exotic slot for either the special or the heavy area. It does have value in that sort of situation. You couple it with Rifle Barrel, which doubles the base range, and then you add Rangefinder in top, which doubles it yet again. Then we're looking at like a 60 range fact instead of the base 20 it's at. And that's huge for a gun like this. Crowd control is going to compensate a little bit more with some of those drop-offs. So I really, really, really think that I'd say the ideal role for this, you're looking in priority of most important to least important. You're looking for Rangefinder. Rifle Barrel. Reinforced if you're confident enough in your stability and you're a very, very skilled veteran player, but I still wouldn't sacrifice stability for that. And then last but not least, I'd say crowd control. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to compromise with something like your battle runner or your hip fire accuracy. But again, your call in the end. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know. Just having that like button, leave a comment down below if there are any other guns you'd like to see me talk about in preparation for the Taken King. Have a great day, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. I'll break your fucking leg.